With profound humble gratitude and love to all venerated enlightened masters, we bow to the Almighty in soulful gratefulness for gifting us with their holy blessed presence. May all beings be awakened by their divine grace.
Part 4 of 4.
Etc.
Be vegan, make peace, do good deeds. Heaven Godspeed.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule.
A large portion of these people became aware of the great inner God power within the individual, but as before, the human side of their nature or outer activities again usurped the great energy. Please continue watching for the revealed spiritual mysteries of Ascended Master Saint Germain, vegetarian, as recorded by Guy W. Ballard.
The most important and by far the most urgent problem in the world is the use of animals as a food production technology. It is by far the most destructive technology on earth. Dr. Patrick Brown, MD, PhD, vegan.
Yu Hao means how are you in Pidgin, the language of the Solomon Islands. I am Samuel. The open-minded people of the Solomon Islands pray that everyone soon awakens to the realization that love is the only solution for the ills of this world and quickly turns to the compassionate vegan lifestyle, which is love in action. Welcome to the history of the world, from the Unveiled Mysteries by the Ascended Master Saint Germain, Vegetarian, Part 1 of 2 on Words of Wisdom. Guy Warren Ballard was a United States mining engineer and co-founder, together with his wife Edna Ann Wheeler Ballard, of the I Am spiritual movement, inspired by his life-changing meeting with the Ascended Master Saint Germain, vegetarian. One morning in 1930, Mr. Ballard, led subconsciously by his inner spiritual longing, went on a hike on beautiful Mount Shasta, located in the western US, where, according to legend, a group of divine adepts reside or could be seen. His sincerity and deep longing for the truth led to a profound experience that day. He was blessed by the appearance of the beloved Master Saint Germain. Following this enlightening encounter, Mr. Ballard devoted his life to spreading the Master's wisdom according to his capacity. From Master Saint Germain's dictations and teachings, Mr. Ballard wrote a series of books under the pseudonym Godfrey Ray King. Master Saint Germain's imparted spiritual knowledge was the basis for many lectures given by Mr. Ballard, as well as for the founding of the I Am religious activity in the early 1930s. By 1938, it had up to 1 million followers. Today, the volumes documenting the valuable mysteries revealed by the Ascended Master to Godfrey Ray King are still fascinating spiritual gems for many across the globe. The three most famous volumes are titled Unveiled Mysteries, The Magic Presence, and the I Am Discourses. Ascended Master Saint Germain, vegetarian, is deeply venerated among the Theosophical Society, as he represents the establishment of the Aquarian Age, an era that we are privileged to be witnessing. He is also identified with the Count of Saint Germain, vegetarian, a mysterious European figure who possessed great inner knowledge and was called immortal by some due to his everlasting youth. Supreme Master Ching Hai, vegan, during a conference in 2022, spoke of the rarity of humans having contact with ascended masters.
Very few people can see ascended masters.
Oh, that's right.
Unless they are going up higher, and the ascended master has to lower themselves down a little. We have asked some of the ascended masters teaching, like Saint Germain.
Yes, Master.
And Master Moya and all that.
Yes. Yes, Master.
They appear to one or two people only.
Yes,
Master.
true, yes.
Mostly they don't always appear. They appear sometimes, but mostly they just dictate their teaching.
Today, we are pleased to present excerpts from Godfrey Raking's book, Unveiled Mysteries, wherein Saint Germain Vegetarian leads Mr. Ballard on a journey to the Royal Teton, where the Akashic records of the past, present, and future are kept. Chapter 3, The Royal Teton. Looking toward the entrance through which we had first come, I saw my loved ones, Lotus and our son, in the charge of one of the ascended masters whom Saint Germain said was known as Amen Bey. After greetings had been exchanged, we were conducted to seats before the panel on the east wall. In groups of from 3 to 12 came the blessed ones of the ascended host, until 70 of them were seated. A great hush fell upon all assembled, and for a few moments the silence was breathless expectant. A ball of soft white light began to form in front of the panel, increasing rapidly in size and brilliance until it became an oval at least 7 feet in height. As though born from within the light itself, stepped a most glorious being, tall, majestic, and powerful. He made the sign uniting the finite with infinity, and in a voice that thrilled every atom of mind and body, asked if all were ready. A blazing light flashed forth from the substance that composed the panel until it looked like a mirror of living light. In a moment, this changed into a crystal clear atmosphere, and it then became a cosmic screen upon which living pictures in all dimensions could be portrayed with no limit to the space that could be observed. It was self-evident that everything which had or ever could take place in all eternity might be made visible on this screen if the directing intelligence so desired. The first scenes portrayed the continent of Mu, the activity and accomplishment of its people, and the height to which that civilization attained. This covered a period of thousands of years. Then came events that surely must have been a reign of terror to the inhabitants of that land. A cataclysm occurred which tore the surface of the earth until all collapsed within itself. The ancient land of Mu sank beneath the waves of what is now the Pacific Ocean, where it still rests wrapped in its mantle of water. Again it will rise and once more absorb the life and light of the physical sun. Next came the growth to beauty, wisdom and power of Atlantis, a great continent covering a large part of what is now the Atlantic Ocean. At that time, there existed solid land between Central America and what today is Europe. The things accomplished in that age were tremendous, but again, the people's misuse of the mighty God energy overwhelmed them, and as things were thrown more and more out of balance, the tearing apart of the Earth's surface by cataclysmic action was re-experienced. It left but a small remnant of Atlantis, merely an island in mid-ocean cut off from close contact with the rest of the civilized world. The east and west portions of the land had sunk beneath the Atlantic Ocean, leaving only the island called Poseidonus. It had been the heart of the then known civilized world, and preparation was made to protect and preserve its most important activities as a central focus to carry forward certain unfinished work. In that period, very great attainment was reached both spiritually and materially. The mechanical development of this cycle reached a very high state of achievement, and one of its most remarkable expressions was the perfection of their aerial navigation. The air transportation of our modern life is as yet very crude and primitive compared to what was then on Atlantis. The great masters of light and wisdom made this possible for the people of Poseidonus because they inspired, instructed, protected, and revealed knowledge of great advancement in every phase of human activity. A large portion of these people became aware of the great inner God power within the individual, but as before, the human side of their nature or outer activities again usurped the great energy. Selfishness and misuse of this transcendent wisdom and power gained the ascendancy to even greater heights than before. The masters of the ancient wisdom saw the people were building another destructive momentum and that a third cataclysm was threatening. They warned the inhabitants again and again as previously, but only those who served the light gave heed. Great buildings were constructed of imperishable material where records were placed that have been preserved through the centuries. These remain in a state of perfect preservation now on the bed of the Atlantic Ocean, hermetically sealed. They will be brought to the light of day by the Great Ones who directed their preparation and controlled their protection. In them are recorded humanity's advances and accomplishments of that period, so there has been no permanent loss to mankind of the activities of the Atlantean civilization. Besides the preserving of such records, great wealth, principally gold and jewels, was transferred at that time to other points of safety. This has been and will continue to be guarded over the centuries and used at a future time for the upliftment and advancement of generations yet unborn. The final cataclysm spent its momentum, and the last remaining fragment of a once world empire sank to rest for purification through the centuries beneath the present Atlantic Ocean. The remembrance of Atlantis and her people, unlike the lost continent of Mu, has not been entirely forgotten or obliterated in the history of mankind, for it has been recorded in many ways through the centuries. Even though 12,000 years have elapsed since the sinking, fragments of information concerning it still drift to us from most unexpected channels. Myths and legends abound in reference to Atlantis, and these are two avenues that preserve to mankind certain actual conditions that have been upon the earth in one age or another. As time goes on, indisputable proof of its existence and the height of its attainment will be revealed by oceanography, geology, and other scientific data. For more information on the Ascended Master Saint Germain, Vegetarian, the I Am teachings, and Godfrey Raking's books, please visit stgermainfoundation.org or stgermainfoundation.ch.
Continue to make war, so that heaven's gate will forever be closed to you, and hell's gate will always be opened to welcome you.
Enchanting viewers, thank you for your presence today on Words of Wisdom. Coming up next is step into Claude Monet's fine masterpiece, Monet's Giverny Garden, part 1 of 2, right after Noteworthy News. May the celestial melodies comfort and rejuvenate us on our earthly sojourn.
Be vegan, make peace, do good deeds, hell not reach.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/WOW.
Nos programmes offrent plusieurs langues. Veuillez visiter suprememastertv.com/schedule et suprememastertv.com/WOW.
Nuestros programas ofrecen varios idiomas. Visiten suprememastertv.com/schedule y suprememastertv.com/WOW.
저희 방송은 다양한 언어를 제공합니다. 다음을 참고하세요.
springmastertv.com/schedule 그리고 springmastertv.com/wow